Hi, this is Nick Wolfman Repairs, and today we got the boat engine. Hopefully it's not a boat anchor. Alright. Let me show you what I do on these old engines if they haven't run in a while. You know, before you go ahead and just twist on the key, what you gotta do first. Or what I do first. So first thing I do, I pull all the spark plugs out. Now, once you got all the spark plugs out, what I like to do now is rotate the engine by hand. So this is the flywheel I'm holding on to right now, and you should be able to turn that over nice and easy. Hope you guys can see that. I can't see the screen because there's lots of glare. And when you turn it over, you can also stick your finger in the spark plug hole, or your thumb, and see if you feel compression. You should want to push your finger out. So all cylinders have compression here. So then what I like to do is I like to come to the carburetors and take the bowl off and see if there's any junk in the carburetors. Now I already did that on this particular engine, so we're not going to do that again. But if you do have to take the bowl off, make sure that you have gaskets just in case you rip them when coming off. Next thing you need is a good fuel source. So as you can see over there, I have a gas tank from a lawnmower hooked up to this thing because the fuel tank in this here boat is probably well, it's 30 years old, and it's probably got 30-year-old gas in it too, because I don't know when this was run last. So I think the next thing to do is put the spark plugs in and see if this thing kicks off. Let's put the spark plugs back in. You want to make sure you get them all the way in by hand before you tighten them down with the socket wrench. Because if you can't get them in by hand, then there's something wrong. You don't got to He-Man these things, just crank them down a little bit. Alright, so for a boat engine, you gotta make sure you have these earmuffs hooked up with some water going through them, so you don't burn out the pump that's located in this area here, somewhere in here. And then, since this also has it's a stator in here, it's not an alternator, it's underneath this here, we're going to make sure that it's charging the battery. So right now the battery reads 12.59 volts. We should see 13 or 14 volts with this thing running. And we also got to make sure that it goes into gear. Alright, hit the, put it in choke, and then hit the key. Alright, so we got a good runner here. Sweet. So that's what I usually do on these engines. Make sure that they run well. You gotta make sure that water's coming out of your... Ow, that's hot water is coming out of your water spewer thing there. And that means the pump's working. And it's gonna be hot because the engine's gonna be hot because it's running. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it very much. We'll see you next time.
Bring the thunder.